Hi, my name is Maricela, and I'm a student for UT Tyler on the Occupational Therapy program. Today, we're going to be talking about a reflective assignment I have where Dr. Sally Schultz is talking about the occupational adaptation model, and we're reviewing over the PDF on the occupational adaptation and then the PDF of the systematic review of evidence for the clubhouse model of psychosocial rehabilitation. Down below, you'll see the links and the PDFs, and you can take your intake on it. But I do have, after reading these PDFs and watching the YouTube video, I have 3 questions for Sally Schultz. And so my first question is going to be, how does the occupational adaptation model, the OA, work together with the clubhouse model to help people with mental illness? And the reason why I want to ask this is I'm curious about the OA model and the clubhouse model, how they can specifically support each other and help individuals find purpose and be in meaningful, participate in meaningful activities. Specifically, when I read the clubhouse model, is more focusing on like community, like the social integration part, working, the structure and belonging, why the OA is more focusing on the adapt and grow process through occupations. The OA is also help individuals adapt to like challenges in their daily lives and achieve a form of mastery over their occupations. So I just really want to understand how combining these 2 approaches can lead to better outcomes for people living with mental illness. So another question I would have for her is, what can therapists do to support clients who are too overwhelmed or who are depressed to know what goals or rules matter to them? I feel like sometimes clients can be isolated or disconnected from their goals, specifically when we're talking about trauma or like depression or even of those life transitions. Why the OA model is more targeted toward the values of the client's motivation and again, the meaningful roles. I think that it could be hard to identify things when people are really low and just feeling down. And so I really like to learn how OTs can help their clients forward into that adoption process when you don't have a clear idea on what matters to them. And number 3, how can therapists measure the relatively mastery component from the OA in a consistent way when every client defines success differently? So every client is different, right? So every client views everything differently. So the OA model uses the relatively mastery, again, how to measure progress. And success does look different for each client. And I wonder how therapists can measure it fairly, but be consistent over time. So I'm really just interested in how we can respect each other's unique perspective while still being able to track their meaningful outcomes. And I really want to be able to particularly like do the long term, as I felt like the studies from the clubhouse, like we were missing that long-term effect to strengthen and expand on that evidence base on that PDF of the clubhouse.